UFC legend Jon Jones' lawyer has accused Albuquerque, New Mexico police of wrongfully prosecuting his client for fleeing an accident scene. Christopher Dodd, an attorney, told TMZ, "It is absolutely inconceivable that the police would waste this much money on such a case. The only explanation that comes to mind is that Jon was being singled out by the cops for inappropriate reasons. We will investigate and ensure that this irrational case is dropped." Jones quit the sport on Saturday after an eventful week that culminated in the misdemeanor charge. UFC CEO Dana White made the shocking announcement that Jones was leaving the sport during a news conference in Baku, Azerbaijan. Jones, who is regarded as one of the best fighters in UFC history, subsequently verified the information in a statement. The 37-year-old was charged with a misdemeanor of evading the scene of an accident within a day. Jones was accused of the offense in a criminal summons filed in Albuquerque Metropolitan Court on Tuesday. Jones is scheduled to appear in court for an arraignment on bond on July 24. According to a police record acquired by DailyMail.com, a woman was found in the passenger seat of one of the automobiles on February 21 while a police officer was investigating a traffic collision. According to reports, the woman was not wearing any clothes from the waist down and was displaying signs of significant intoxication. However, Dodd said the cops were stupid for accepting the woman's account that Jones had been operating the vehicle before making his escape on foot. As John's attorney, "I am shocked that the Albuquerque Police Department has charged him in this new case," Dodd said to us. "Throughout my career, I have handled thousands of cases, but I have never encountered one as bizarre and unjustified as this one. Jon wasn't in the car that night, he wasn't driving," Dodd added. It seems that the cops were duped by an inebriated woman who made a bogus accusation against Jon in order to escape being detained for DUI. They even went so far as to request a warrant for Jon's cell phone information during a misdemeanor traffic inquiry, according to the criminal complaint. "I've never heard of anything like that. That the cops would expend this much money on a case like this is just absurd. The only explanation that comes to mind is that Jon was being singled out by the cops for inappropriate reasons. We will investigate and ensure that this irrational case is dropped." According to reports, one police service aide, PSA, called a man who was engaged in the collision. "He looked to be very intoxicated and made words implying his capacity to apply lethal force through third parties," the PSA said, albeit the identity of that individual is yet unknown. During a subsequent in-person interview, Jones allegedly stated that the woman had left his house drunk earlier in the day. The person she passed the phone to immediately opened the conversations with unprofessional language, which led him to doubt the legitimacy of the individual's claim, he added, confirming that she had phoned him after being involved in the collision. The woman also reported to the police that she had reached Jones' residence on February 20th at approximately 11:30 p.m. She said that while on the property, she drank wine and took mushrooms. She claimed to remember having to change after a restroom incident and taking off her trousers so that Jones could take her home to get a change of clothes. Her memory was fuzzy, though, since she stated that Jones was the last person she remembered operating the vehicle and that her next recollection was being at the scene of a traffic accident. According to reports, between the time of the accident and the next morning, Jones made 13 calls to the woman's phone. Why the charge was brought 4 months after the February event is unknown. Furthermore, there is no proof that the charge had anything to do with Jones's choice to retire this week.